Embarkation Day on Star of the Seas is the most chaotic day of your entire cruise. There's 5,000 people boarding the same ship, and if you don't have a plan, you're going to spend your first afternoon standing in lines instead of enjoying what you paid for. Here's how to actually do it right. Welcome back. I'm Matt, retired fire chief, and I've been documenting my retirement cruising life right here on Ports and Pensions. Today we're talking Star of the Seas, specifically Embarkation Day. What to do in those first 3 hours after you board. Because here's the thing, this is the biggest cruise ship in the world. The sheer size of it is disorienting when you first step on. And if you don't have a game plan, you're going to spend the best part of your day feeling overwhelmed, waiting in lines, or missing out on things that book up fast. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I do, step by step. Arrival timing, first stops, what to book immediately, a few insider tips I guarantee you haven't thought about, and one move that'll save you 45 minutes on Embarkation Day alone. Let's get into it. Tip number 1 starts before you even step on the ship. When do you actually get to the terminal? Here's the answer. Earlier than you think, but not the earliest slot available. Royal Caribbean assigns you a check-in window. If your window is 11 a.m., do not show up at 9. They could hold you in the terminal and you're watching everyone else board if you are too early. I have not seen it because Royal is so efficient, but be aware. I normally shoot for being at the terminal about 30 minutes before my check-in time. What I do? I pick my check-in window early for right around 10:30 or 11 a.m. That gets me on the ship before noon, before the lunch rush hits, and before the pool deck gets slammed. This also gives me time if I hit traffic or the port is backed up. Now here's what matters before you even leave home. Prep your check-in through the Royal app. Upload your photo, link your passport, save your payment method. Pre-register your credit card for onboard spending, all of it. Also, add your boarding pass to your phone wallet or screenshot it. Sometimes cell service is not good at the terminal. If you show up prepared, the terminal takes you 20 minutes. If you show up unprepared, it takes 90, and you're starting your vacation frustrated. Don't be that person. Once you're through security and you've gotten on the ship, here's one of the best investments you'll make on Embarkation Day. Wow bands. These are the wearable version of your SeaPass card. Waterproof, on your wrist, no fumbling through your beach bag or soaking wet shorts pocket every time you need to get into your cabin or buy a drink. They run around $10 depending on your sailing, worth every penny. Here's something most people don't know. They're reprogrammable. If you've got a WOW band from a previous Royal Caribbean sailing, bring it. They'll reprogram it at the kiosk on the ship for free. First timer? Budget for the band. Experienced Royal Caribbean cruiser? Dig yours out of the drawer before you pack. The first time you're dripping wet coming off the pool on deck 16 and you just tap your wrist to walk into your cabin, you'll thank me. Before I get to the muster drill, and I promise I'll make this less painful than you're expecting, I want to tell you about one move that saves most people 45 minutes on Embarkation Day. Almost nobody does this. I'll get to it in a minute, but first, muster. Muster drill, the thing everyone dreads but is so easy. Royal Caribbean uses eMuster, their self-guided safety drill. Here's how it works. You watch a short safety video on your phone through the Royal app. Then you check in at your muster station, usually a quick scan of the code on your phone. Done. The whole thing takes less than 15 minutes if you do it right after you board. If you wait, if you tell yourself you'll do it later, later becomes 4 p.m. The crew starts broadcasting reminders on the ship intercom.
We are still waiting on approximately 60 guests to complete their required safety muster. Please proceed to your designated muster stations immediately so we can receive clearance to sail.
Now you're stressed on vacation instead of enjoying it. My rule: board the ship, find your muster station, it's listed right in your Royal app, check in, done. You are now free for the rest of Embarkation Day. Nothing hanging over you. Get it done, get it behind you, then enjoy your afternoon. Okay, here's the 45-minute move I promised you. Most people, the second they board, go straight to Windjammer for lunch. I know the first day there's seafood on the buffet. Here's what you'll get: 30 minutes looking for a table, 20 minutes navigating a buffet that's operating at full capacity with 5,000 people who all had the same idea. If you're not worried about having seafood, don't do that. Head to the Aquadome Market instead. It's the food court style market with lots of great choices. Significantly less crowded on Embarkation Day because most people don't know it's there yet. Or go to base camp. Quick, great chicken strips. Almost nobody's there at noon on boarding day. That one move, skipping Windjammer at noon, that's 45 minutes of your vacation back and a quick start to relaxation. On a 7-day cruise, that matters. Let's do the full dining picture for Embarkation Day because the options on Star of the Seas can be overwhelming. Pearl Cafe on the Royal Promenade is complimentary. Coffee, pastries. Great first stop after boarding to decompress after the terminal chaos. Get a coffee, take a breath, get your bearings. Starbucks is also on the ship, right on the Royal Promenade. Here's the thing about Starbucks. It is not included in your drink package. It's pay as you go, same prices as on land. I know, I'm sorry. Just setting expectations so you're not surprised. Freestyle Coke machines. If you've got the drink package, find these early. There are stations around the ship near the different dining spots. You're going to want to know where they are when you're grabbing your snacks. And specialty dining. Hooked seafood, Chops Grill, Giovanni's, those typically open for dinner on Embarkation Day. If you have a reservation, keep it. One great dinner sets the tone for the whole cruise. Don't cancel it because you're tired. You'll adjust. Quick pause. If this is useful, hit subscribe. I'm a retired fire chief and I cruise Royal Caribbean with one goal: give you the real deal without the fluff. If you want honest cruise content from someone who actually sails these ships, this is your channel. Now, the most important tip in this entire video. This is the tip that most people wish they'd heard before their cruise. There are things on Star of the Seas that sell out on Embarkation Day. And I mean sell out within the first couple of hours of boarding. If you want them, you need to book them immediately. Here's the list. Number 1, specialty dining. If you didn't pre-book before the cruise, Embarkation Day is your best shot. Chops, Hooked, Giovanni's, open the app or walk up to the restaurant. Day 3, those tables are full. Number 2, the spa. If anyone in your group wants a massage or a treatment, book it on Embarkation Day. The introductory Day 1 prices are often better and the premium time slots fill fast. Number 3, headline entertainment. Star of the Seas has shows that require reservations. Try to book early or check the Royal app on Embarkation Day and lock in your preferred times. 10 minutes on your phone right after muster. Book the things you actually want. You'll thank yourself on day 3 when your travel companions are scrambling for whatever's left. Last 2 tips, and these are about actually enjoying your afternoon. Pool deck strategy. Embarkation Day is one of the few times the pool deck on Star of the Seas isn't absolutely slammed. Usually between 1 and 3 p.m., after the boarding rush and before people get fully settled, Chairs are available. Grab one after lunch. The main pool areas are on Deck 15, Chill Island. That's the heart of the action. If you want something quieter, the Hideaway has the adults-only pool. Elevated, great views, significantly calmer. If you're sailing without kids, know where the Hideaway is. And Sailaway, out of Port Canaveral, that's typically late afternoon. Be on deck for it. Get up to Deck 15 or 16, grab a drink, and watch Florida disappear behind you. I've been on a lot of ships. Sailaway on Star of the Seas is something different. The scale of that ship, the size of the wake, just go topside. That moment is what you paid for. Let's recap. Embarkation Day on Star of the Seas. Here's what you're doing. Show up prepared. Check in on time. 20 minutes through the terminal, not 90. Grab your WOW band. Do eMuster immediately. Get it done, get it off your list. Skip Windjammer at noon. Go to Aquadome Market or Base Camp instead. Spend 10 minutes on the Royal app booking the things that sell out, specialty dining and shows. Hit the pool deck while there are still chairs, and be topside for Sailaway. Do those things and Embarkation Day on Star of the Seas is going to feel like the vacation started the second you stepped on that gangway. If you're planning a Royal Caribbean cruise, I've got full ship tours, cabin reviews, and port guides right here on Ports and Pensions. Links in the description below. Hit subscribe if you're new. Drop your questions in the comments. I read every one. I'm Matt. See you in the next one.